Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Jules. Thanks for coming back for another weekly update. It is almost July, which is crazy. Halfway through, just about halfway through 2023, and it is just like cruising on by. So I hope you guys are doing well. I am doing very well. My husband and I actually went to a baseball game last night, which I haven't been to a baseball game in many years. Used to go to them quite frequently. We're only about 35 minutes away or so from where the Colorado Rockies play in downtown Denver. And, used to go quite a bit, but just have really just gotten out of it. But we decided this year that we would go to one game, and I got to pick the game. And so last night was the Los Angeles Angels were in town. And the reason why I picked see the Angels playing the Rockies was because they have two of the best players in the game right now, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, and both of these guys Mike Trout's absolutely a first ballot Hall of Famer. Shohei needs to keep playing another 5+ years as well as he has been, and he will be a first ballot Hall of Famer as well. So, anyway, so we were at the game. We had really nice seats. It was beautiful weather. It's been raining like 30 of the last 30 days. It's probably rained 25 days. I mean, it's just been nuts. But last night the weather was beautiful, and I actually got to see Shohei Ohtani actually hit a home run, and then Mike Trout comes up the bat right after him, and Mike Trout hit a home run. So I was just like, holy cow, I can't believe I just saw that. My husband's kind of just laughing at me because I get excited about sports things. But, that's one of those things that I'll always remember, that I'll always be able to say, hey, I saw these two amazing players hit a home run back to back from each other. So that was pretty cool. We actually ended up leaving early. We left in, I want to say it was the 6th inning. And normally I don't leave early, but to be perfectly honest with you, like, I had just seen like an amazing thing, and I thought, I'm not going to see anything that's nearly that amazing, in the rest of this game, which I was actually wrong about. We actually ended up missing a grand slam, a go-ahead grand slam in the bottom of the 8th inning. And so be honest, I've seen a grand slam, game winning home runs in the 9th inning. I've seen those at Coors Field. So, but we had a great time. It was a lot of fun to go downtown, and it was seemingly like not. I didn't feel like it was that crowded at all. It was just a nice little summer night. I think a lot of people were home. But anyway, so we had fun with that. I wrote down a couple notes here. Let me get into my cross stitch stuff before I talk to you guys about the tornado that came very close again the other day. So stitching wise, still haven't done any stitching. It's probably been 3 weeks now, maybe almost a month. And if you're wondering why, I'm still kind of healing up my fingers. I had some finger injuries from work some weeks ago, and they actually are finally, like, I can finally fully bend these fingers. It's been pretty much these two fingers that have been the ones that are the most that have been the most sore, and those are obviously the fingers that I normally would hold the needle and whatnot. And actually, you know what? It doesn't hurt now. That's awesome. It had been still hurting, but so now I just got to see if I can start stitching and see how it goes. But yeah, I kind of had a few accidents. Actually, now that hurts in this finger, but oh well, getting old. So maybe I can actually get some stitching done. I have been busy with other things stitching related. I am showing you guys a couple different things here. There's a reason why I'm showing you the French Bulldog again. I showed you last week, but I'm going to show you guys a couple other dog breeds that I have gotten patterns for, had designed some patterns for. This is one of my favorite pieces because it's just so colorful. This is Sun Worship. Sun Worship also comes in just the actual woman with the sun, without the orange and yellow background. You can actually buy either one. They're on the website, stitchingjulesdesign.com, also on the Etsy store of the same name. Make sure that you choose the Etsy store that actually talks about cross stitch. Apparently, there's somebody else that has the exact same store name as mine. I don't know how that happens, but anyway. And then I've got my Asian Knowledge Wisdom piece back here. It's been sitting up here, but last week I don't think you guys could see it, so I brought it down here. But I just like having it somewhere around this desk area. But let me show you guys what I have designed, and then I'm gonna show you, once I get done with that, I got a few other things to show you, but let's see here. What should I show you first? Because it's just all so much fun. So three new monochromes and one with some color. Not a lot of color though. And said color one has gotten up and walked away. Why did it get up and walk? Oh, is it still over here? Oh no, there's 5 to show you. 4 monochrome, and yeah, pause for this commercial. Actually had it in my hand the whole time. That's okay. That's okay. Anyway, so let me show you. I'm going to show you guys the 2 dog breeds first, because I know that's really what probably most of you are interested in, is new dog breeds. So we have 2 new monochrome dog breeds. So we got the French Bulldog one here. A lot of the ones that I do are similar size, but they may require more or less stitching, depending upon just how much black is in them, or dark colors. The first one I did, I actually had somebody request this not too long ago, but a Siberian Husky. So my Siberian Husky here, my friend, is 233 by 286. And you can tell there's going to be a fair bit more stitching, but that one came out really good. I was super pleased with it. And I think if you want to stitch it, I think you'll be extremely happy with it. But there is Siberian Husky. Next up, if you guys have seen the movie Turner and Hooch, there is a dog called Hooch in the movie, and it is what they call a Dogue de Bordeaux. And I did not mean to like make fun of the French accent. That's just me being silly. It's also called a French Mastiff though, this one. But this one came out nice. I mean, Siberian Husky came out nice too, but I was pleased with this one. It's not as much stitching, because you can see it's a little bit lighter, because the dog from which it was sort of adapted from was a little bit lighter than the other one. But this one came out nice. If you had like a tannish orange or burnt orange or something along those lines, this would really be like ridiculously awesome. So there's that. And this one is 288 by 310. There's that. And then let's see, I've got another baseball one. I've been getting more baseball stuff up lately. This is a vintage baseball cross stitch pattern, and it's only about 6,500 stitches, and it's just very, like, if you like baseball, you're gonna like this. So it's just an old-fashioned batter, catcher, umpire. Again, you're just stitching the black part. The white part is whatever you want your fabric to be, so you can have all different kinds of colors there. But this one is pretty, it's definitely smaller, because it says only like 6,500 stitches. Where did I write that down at? Where did I write that down? I wrote it on one of these, on the backs of one of these other ones. 216 by 133, so definitely smaller. So I like that one a lot. I like all my stuff a lot. I mean, kind of can't help it. But the last 2 are like, oh my goodness, masterpieces. Let me show you this one first, since I can't find the other one just yet. This one is the one with color, if you can tell. Let's see, how can I focus it? Right there. So this one's called Near Dawn in New York City, and it has 15 colors in it. So I thought about trying to make it a black and white, and I looked into that, but honestly, like, it just wasn't going to do it justice. So, I mean, the Hudson River, the Brooklyn Bridge, the Empire State Building, all these different things, and just the boats in the river and everything. So I really love the look of this thing. And it is a long project. It's 380, but 115. So not crazy. It is full coverage, totally full coverage with 15 colors. And I'm like, oh, I want to stitch this one too. At first I got to start stitching again, I gotta get myself going with that. And then the last one is absolutely like, anyway, I've been wanting to do this one for a while, this particular structure. I just hadn't found the right picture. I hadn't done all the right photographic adjustments. And it just had never come out as well as it did this time. But I am thrilled to present to you the Notre Dame Cathedral, or just Notre Dame is what I'm calling it. So it is black and white, and it is a big stitch. If you guys have remember the Boston Public Library, it's about the same size and the same number of stitches, but it is 324 by 413. So, I mean, but I mean, come on, that's just so cool. As I whine a little bit, sorry about the whining, but I absolutely adore this thing. That's going out of focus. So I was pretty pleased. I got a lot of really great new designs on the stores, and I think that you guys will really like them. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you really like them and want to kind of see more. But I don't know how much I'm going to be designing this next week, but we'll see. I kind of wait until the inspiration strikes me, and then I, pick myself up off the ground, and then I go and design. And so I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Miss Daphne Chamberlain, who has a channel here on YouTube, is my model stitcher, and she sent back to me one of a request that I had for her, and it was one of the mini patterns. It's the mini owl. So I'm trying to get you guys to look at them, or not you guys. I'm trying to have people understand that the miniature patterns that are not nearly as much stitching can come out just as nice as the bigger patterns in some ways. It's not as detailed, but they look pretty good. So if you guys remember, I have done the monochrome owl, and then there's the same owl that actually has color in it. And then I also created a mini owl with color in it. And so here it is. And it's stitched on this beautiful hand-dyed purplish fabric, but you can see it's a really small, and this is 18 count. So this is, hold on, fold it up a little bit so that you guys can see. I mean, look, it's my hand, it's like my palm, but that's come out really good. So something to do. If you don't like the bigger projects, you can do the little bitty ones. Let's see, what else? I pulled out some different cross stitch. Hold on a second. I wanted to show you guys. Well, oh no, here it is. Ronnie, if you're watching, hold on a second. This has been sitting along the side. I gotta just clean it up a little bit. And this one's framed. This was the very first Ronnie Rowe cross stitch that I had ever done. And this is really what set me on the path that I'm on now. But this is Music Teacher's House. And I adored this. I adore it so much. And it means a lot to me because it's, like I said, it's the first monochrome I ever did. And it's how I got started in all of this. Funny story behind where this one came from. And you can get this off of Ronnie Rowe Design, or on his Etsy store. You can get this Music Teacher's House. And there's 3 or 4. I've done 3 of maybe 4. I forget because I've got I have all kinds of different projects and stuff. But I remember when I was first looking for a monochrome, I was first looking for cross stitch patterns online, period. We're just looking and looking, and I came across this. It was almost like a sampler in a way, but it wasn't. But it might have been called Amish Sampler, and I don't remember who did it. Actually, that's not true. I think it was Rosenstad that did it. Some of you guys may recognize the name. And when I saw it first, I was like, oh wow, that's so cool. And then I didn't, I forgot to mark where I found it or whatever. And then some months later, I was like, you know what happened? I need a new project. What happened to that one that I kind of liked? So I Googled many years ago, black, white, cross stitch, and Ronnie Rowe came up actually. And I did find there we go. I did find that Amish Sampler one or whatever it was. And I was like, you know what? I'd much rather do this. So I have fond memories of stitching this in my grandmother's house over a decade ago, maybe 12 or 13 years ago. It is just, I remember doing it there, which just makes it mean more to me. Um, but I love it. I love his work. Like I said, he was the reason why I started designing. He was really the reason why I started stitching like all the monochrome projects and just bigger projects in general. And then thankfully Ronnie and I became friends, and he has been extremely generous and um, kind in teaching me how to create similar patterns. So, which hopefully you guys now really, really enjoy. So thank you, Ronnie. Appreciate you. Been watching your videos too. You're about as summer busy as we've been lately. So less stitching, more kind of getting out and doing stuff. All right, I think that's it for the day. Oh no, I didn't tell you guys about the tornado. So, I've lived in Colorado for 23 years now. 22 years, and in all that time, in sort of the metro Denver area, especially sort of where we are closer, I'm not closer to the mountains, but closer than some. Uh, Tornadoes just don't happen, in Denver, and it has a lot to do with just the 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 ingredients that are required for a tornado just don't have time to accumulate right after the weather system comes over the mountains. They just normally don't have time to accumulate and actually produce a tornado the way that they do out on the plains or in the southeast. But in this case, I don't know how. I was like, I think it came up from the, look at my hair is all, I gave myself a haircut and I did not do a good job, because look, I cut these way too short, and now they don't actually fit. Yeah, I just showed you guys that, but I got it. Thankfully it grows out, right? But anyway, I'm like, what was I saying? Tornado. But for whatever reason, about 15 minutes from where we live, we're really close to some of my friends. Actually, I got to reach out to one of my friends because I think it was right literally where she lives. A tornado popped up and actually caused some damage. And like I said, it's kind of unheard of. And there were two tornado warnings at the same time. One that was kind of going to pass us to the north, and another one that was coming and gonna probably pass us to the south. But I mean, we had some hail here, but we didn't have anything crazy. But I mean, you didn't have to go far to like, get in a much riskier area. But it was pretty crazy. There's a couple of videos that we saw online, and just crazy, 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 crazy weather. So, if you're probably experiencing completely different weather than you normally have. A lot of places up north are not seeing the rain that they're used to, especially farmers, which is not good. But down, in this area of Colorado, we haven't seen this kind of rain in 10 plus years during the summer. So it's been nice. It's been helping to kind of fill up like Lake Mead a lot more. Lake Mead's water level is been steadily rising several feet this past year. But anyway, it's been nuts. I'm sitting here in it's like 71 degrees in the house. I don't know what it is outside, but it's it's almost July, and I'm still wearing like an overshirt, and I got socks on. It's just been crazy. Now I prefer this weather, but I know it's not gonna last. All right. All right, I gotta stop. Wherever you guys are right now, I hope you're having a great day. I hope the weather is beautiful, and I hope that you're doing well and staying healthy and safe. I hope that you get a lot of good stitching done. If you're not stitching, that's okay. We all need breaks, like the one I'm taking right now. And when we come back, we'll be even more like crazy about it than ever. Hopefully by this time next week, I keep saying this, but hopefully I'll have the desk more set up. Have some lighting, better light. Today, I think the lighting is better on this video than it was in the last one. I'm still kind of learning about lighting myself in, you'd think somebody with a YouTube channel that's been around for like 7 years would know better, but I don't. So, all right, guys, take care. I'll see you soon, and happy stitching.